I think they'll pick it up.
We'll see what they do with Nolan Smith. I wonder if they have, put some more eggs in his basket after the departure of Phillips, because even if they did make a trade, Greenard is 28 years old, I think?
Something like that. He's under 30. He's a real good player.
He's 28. He'll be 29, though, in May, so he'll start the year at 29.
Yeah, he if they pull that off, Jalen Phillips will be forgotten about pretty quickly.
Yeah, Greenard's a pretty sick player. What do you think it'll take? You mentioned a two into 25 million or whatever it is.
Yeah, 2, and they're going to have to redo his deal. Yeah, so which is, the 50. By the way, they announced the compensatory picks yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Got lost in the sauce because of everything going down, but they actually got an extra one than what was expected. So that was a positive for it. They got a 6th rounder for losing Isaiah Rodgers, and most of the projections didn't have them getting that one. So slight low positive, they got an extra pick, but so all their picks are locked in, barring a mistake, which occasionally the NFL makes. So right now they have 9 picks, not 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. So their 2nd rounder, which was already locked in, is 54th. The problem you have, and I've heard there's like 10 teams in Greenard, from what I've heard. You would think one of those 10 teams has a better 2nd round pick than 54. So you might have to add a sweetener, but that sweetener could be a day 3 pick. You got an extra, like I said, you got a 6th rounder now, which is 215. So maybe you send a 2 and a 6. And maybe you get a 7 back. Howie likes to play the draft positioning game along with Greenard, something like that. Plus, you got to redo his contract.
Yeah. Are you sure 25 million would get it done for Greenard?
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
if I'm Jonathan Greenard, I'm asking for 31 million.
Yeah, Brian Burns is making 28. He's the 10th highest paid edge in football. 11th is Nick Bonito at 26.5.
Yeah, I'm not sure it'll get it done, but I know he's 19, I think, right now, something like that. He's way underpaid.
Yeah,
like he's under contract, I think, for 2 more years, but he's way underpaid.
Yeah, he's making 19 mil. I think you're right around there.
So that's the reason why he wants a deal, and they're in salary cap hell. They're one of the teams in salary cap issues. So they really have a difficult time fitting it, even if they from everything I've heard, they love the player. They don't want to lose him. And then from the Eagles standpoint, you have to talk about, what they have budgeted, which is significant, but it obviously wasn't 30. So if he wants 30, you got to go down to plan C or plan D or plan E. And maybe you got to look at the draft and start looking at edge rushers.
Yeah, I think round 1 could be likely, depending on what they do at edge. We will see. Good stuff there. Let's go to some more super chats. They're coming in today. Appreciate everybody. Here's Wally J40. What's up, Wally? I just wanted Phillips back, but not at 30 million. Well, everybody loves to say, John, they didn't want to pay the 30, but nobody has the answer as to how the team actually gets better when you don't want to pay the 30. That's my problem with the whole 30 thing. Now, you've given me an explanation as to what they're going to try and do, but, everybody, I don't want to pay 30. Okay, well, did the team get better or did they get worse? They got worse. Okay, so what do you do to get the football team better?
Well, yeah, that's the key to it all. And, if it's a trade, if it's a draft pick, that is all to be determined.
We will say, Wally, thanks for the super brother. Here is Martin Perez. What's up, Martin? J-Mac, what's the news on safety? Is C.J. Gardner-Johnson coming back, or are we hitting the draft for safety? Also, what's Howie got cooking? Tell us.
Well, CJ, we're talking about it again.
No, yeah, he's not coming back.
I can't imagine they bring him back. Look, if it becomes desperate and it's a 1-year deal for basically nothing, such an interesting player because he performs, but it would be very short term. I don't think the Eagles want him back. I think they'd have to be in May and very desperate and haven't been able to pull off what they want to pull off. And then maybe you leave the door open just because you never say never about anything. But I would find it very hard to believe that CJ is going to be the answer at safety.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Martin, thanks for the super. Here's Vulnerable Vitality, $20 super chat. Vitality, thank you, brother. We appreciate it. He says, signing Sweat last year is looking like it would have been a bargain. The Eagles are right to prep for these upcoming contracts. To your point, the last 2 free agency classes were weak and overpriced. Everyone take a deep breath. Yeah, but Sweat's a good example. They're looking for an edge. I mean, it'd be nice to have Sweat under contract right now at $19 million, but we were told the same thing. They have future contracts coming.
Well, yeah, and they have. I mean, people forget, look, there's a lot of rumors they're working on another extension that will probably clarify it if it comes down.
Is it Carter?
It is Carter.
Yeah, they should get Carter done. I heard the rumors of the trade. I'm like, what a stupid move that would be.
Well, no, I think that's part of trying to get the best deal possible. That's like,
right.
They can pivot to Morrow again. I think it's an interesting conversation because the conversation is not Carter or a Jomo. It's a Jomo and the assets you would receive for Jalen Carter. And then, if people think about it that way, they go, well, if you can get 2 first-round picks, which I don't think they can get, you can make a strong. Would you rather have Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, or would you rather have Jordan Davis, Morrow, Jomo, and 2 first-round picks? Like, that's a serious conversation that I would have. But I don't think they could generate 2 first-round picks.
What about like a 1 and a 3? Would that do it for you?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Me neither. But if they get the extension done and you see the numbers on that extension, then I think it changes everybody's philosophy. Like, this shit's coming. It's not, for Quinyon and Cooper, it's a little bit down the road. If you look at, and you could argue this was a mistake, one of the reasons when they got Devontae Smith done, and all of a sudden they did the AJ extension way too early than what they had to. Why? Because, it looks bad that Devontae's getting more than AJ. Well, now you have that same situation. Well, Jordan Davis is getting more than Jalen Carter. How's that going to impact Jalen Carter? And all of a sudden they might, have the urgency to get that done. And all of a sudden you have these 2 massive deals, and then it comes into focus on what's going on, I think, for some people, because a lot of people, like you've said that a couple of times. You said it's like, well, they keep saying this. Well, no, they're going to get these extensions done. It's a matter of when. It's a matter of who.
Yeah. No, my thing about the Sweat thing though is like, they don't pay Sweat because they have future deals, but then you tell me they have money budgeted for a big edge. It's like, well, geez, maybe if we just paid Sweat,
part of it is,
and we'd be under budget.
Part of it is they don't think Josh Sweat is the player that Jalen Phillips is.
I don't know if they're right about that, dude.
Well, I know a lot of people.
Well, what do you think?
I've said, yeah, I was a big Josh fan. I thought for years Eagles fans were not fair to Josh Sweat. And now I'm like, that he's gone, and they're acting like, oh, they love this guy. All it was he doesn't get enough sacks. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. He disappears. I'm like, he's a damn good player, but he's not Jalen Phillips. He's certainly not, the big time edge rushers. I'm not even talking about Miles and Micah. Max Crosby-ish. He's not those guys. He's a damn good player. He was a damn good player here. But yeah, he's one of the guys that did not reach the threshold. I talked about the threshold, which is they're going to pay the guys they think are really big stars, and the guys underneath are shit out of luck. If you remember talking about that threshold, they considered him under that threshold.
It's like politics, John. The middle class is screwed either way. Here's Greg. Here's Greg, becomes a member. Greg, thank you, man. Here's his super chat. He follows up with a super chat and a membership. Greg, appreciate it. What are you guys seeing in Greenard? Chubb beats him easily in every metric. Pressures, pressure rate, quick pressure, sacks, get off. Greg likes Chubb. I like Chubb too. I'd be pretty happy with Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, I think Eagles fans would. I don't know. Eagles fans love Bradley Chubb. I don't know. It's always amazing to me what fans latch onto and what they like and what they don't like. Because obviously Bradley Chubb has been a good player, but it hasn't been here. And yet for some reason people have latched onto him. I guess the Vic effect. But I mean,